Okay. Let's make sure it's on here. Um, okay. I can cancel that. Okay, so chat is good. That is there. I'll share it to the other places when we're done. This is, oh, right, thumbnail. Okay, we good? Double check that. Hold on. Oh, I'm always nervous when I go live. Okay. Just let me check one more thing. Right. This. Don't need this visible. Okay. Oh, this is here. Wait, one more thing. Every dollar, my budget, that, that. Okay. Every dollar. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. I'm almost ready. All right. Chat is here. So chat is open. Um, not sharing my screen. Am I sharing my screen? Okay, it looks like I'm sharing my screen. So chat is dashboard. Oh, you can do what now? And then pop out chat? Learn something new. Give me total second. Okay. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't. Oh my God. Uh, I should go back to the regular way. Just go back to my regular dashboard. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. So, okay, it is June, and I got myself a Tamagotchi, if you're wondering what I have here. And hold on. All right. So, okay, it is June, and I got myself a Tamagotchi, if you're wondering what I have here. And hold on. All right. So, okay, it is June, And I got myself a Tamagotchi. If you're wondering what, all right, is it happy? What's not happy and hungry? Hold on. Why did I have to go get myself a Tamagotchi? Oh my Lord. This was just like I know why I got this Tamagotchi in my hand right now, but it's just it's slightly annoying. I don't know how I had the attention span for this thing as a kid. Okay, so it's June 2023. I need to do the show you what I planned for the budget in June. We will quickly review how I spent my money in May 2023. I am, what description did I put? So that way we stay on track. So I'm a Canadian, I'm 38, female, working self-employed, disability ODSP beneficiary on a journey to financial peace and independence. So I've been on my financial independence journey on the channel since 2018. And it was just, I just got really fed up of being broke and because because I have an invisible disability, there was just a lot of pressure from people wondering when I would, get married or have children or buy a house. And at the same time, I was just frustrated that I'm in my 30s and that there's no money, I had no money saved for retirement. And it was fueled by given wrong financial information by other people. So I just got tired of I was curious about financial planning, personal finance. I was curious about improving the quality of my life with my finances. And if I was asking people, I was clearly asking the wrong people because I wasn't getting the answers I needed to improve my life at like when I was asking those questions. So I went on to myself to read personal finance books, to listen to personal finance podcasts, to reconnect with the Susie Orman, Gail Voslockley, and then I stumbled upon Dave Ramsey. So out of the brief moment in 2006 when they came out with The Secret, but they also came out with the Oprah Debt Diet thing. So I started back there. I started back looking at the old content of Susie Orman, and then I refreshed my content and got more today information with Dave Ramsey. And for Canadian financial information, for financial people that just explain it in a way that this is how it is in Canada, it was Gail Voslockley. And then I realized that Gail Voslockley is retired. So it was a journey of finding Canadian information. Luckily, with Gail Voslockley's books, um, except for a few things that changed because of the tax legislation in Canada, they're still pretty the same. Like so the tax-free savings account, the registered retirement savings plan. What's not in that book is the disability savings plan. And then not in that book is the first home savings account for buying your first home and disability benefits, like the way that the policy around disability access for social assistance across the country is different province to province. And for me, being self-employed, then I got diagnosed with my disability, I had a lot of challenges of um, maintaining my quality of life based on access that I needed from health insurance. So there's this there was this idea when I was growing up, when I was 18 and I'm living on my own, that my parents made this like grandiose assumption that an employer would provide me health benefits, not that my income and my mental ability wouldn't keep me in a job working for a company as an employer to have access to health benefits. Because the level of mental capacity to be employed in a company that has health benefits, you really have to follow the employee employer uh, power structure dynamic. And my personality doesn't always do that for long periods of time. I'm like like there's a thing where I'm psychologically unemployed, and it's because I grasp how to make money off the internet the minute I turned 18 in 2003 as a webcam model. And for my first job as a high school dropout when I was 18 to be a webcam model, let's go with a full screen. As a webcam model, it just made the way I see things about how I determine what my life is and how I determine what my work is, that I know I'm being lied to. Like, I, people believe so many stories that are not. I'm looking at myself, and my Tamagotchi is growing up. Oh, okay. Yeah, I should put that down. So it just, as I was saying, like, yeah, there's just certain things we believe certain stories, and because we repeat them so much, it's a very hard thing to get people to believe that what they're told is not true. Like yesterday, I was at an event yesterday, and it's pretty clear when I was talking about what I talk about on my channel to other people that some of them, they really believe the inaccurate information around financial literacy and financial education in our country, and it's a little frustrating. But I also got to pitch my my second career of being a financial coach, and maybe I'll become a certified financial planner or an accredited financial counselor. And I really want to give back to the community of wealth is possible. We have access to, because we live in like the way that registered investment accounts work in Canada. Go find one so I can go check out the rules of it. So TFSA, probably it's the easiest one to get to because it's tax-free growth in that account. And if you pull it out, you're not paying taxes on it. What is a TFSA? Who can open one? Is it? That's not what I'm looking for. Just, yeah. So like being in Canada, as long as you are permanent resident or a citizen over the age of 18, you legally have access to financial products. And then it's really up to you to be responsible to understand those financial products, and also in the jungle of trying to figure out what is true financial information about the financial products in the country, and also how to use them to benefit you to build your generational wealth. And because of just so many systems in place that made that available, but also had so many people making noise and giving wrong information about it, a lot of people get lost in that. And I tried really, really hard to not just instantly take what people say as the truth. I had to go find it for myself. So because why can't I find it? Tax-free savings account guideline for individuals. Word. The thing is, okay. Um, no, I want to know who's able to open, how to open, contact your financial institution. This was not the easiest website to go find. Oh man, why the so now so here's the thing what I noticed about the Government of Canada websites. Let me go show you. Let me share my screen. I wanted to like show you as Canadians, as people resident and permanent resident citizens of the country of Canada, we are are we entitled? Well, like, yeah, we're legally entitled because the government made it a law that we can have certain types of, not tax, is it taxes? Travel, benefits? No, money and finance. Here we go. So even that, I'm pretty sure. So this is Canada.ca. It is the government of Canada's website. And they try to make their website as accessible and accurate as possible. But a lot of people they don't look, they don't question, they don't, yeah. And it could be that I'm naturally questioning everybody in a defiant way, where here we are, where I like things ODSP was telling me, I wouldn't just roll over and follow what they said. Um, It's just what me being self-employed is because I wouldn't conform to societal pressures of being an employee. And then now, when it comes to my finances, and we don't need that part. Come to my finances. Oh, good, it's here. To come with my finances. Oh, there's new stuff. Okay, I'm glad I clicked on here. Um, Retirement planning. Okay, yeah. Is it in there? Oh my, so okay. So as I click through the Canada website, there is a lot of sources, RSP, other sources of personal savings. Why can't I just find the tax-free savings account? Don't tell me that was the page for it. Money and finances, education funding, financial tools, taxes, insolvency. Even that, like yesterday, I was talking about how I filed my consumer proposal and my student loan from 2005 is in it. I'm discharged. I did full participation performance in the consumer proposal. I went to a licensed insolvency trustee. The licensed insolvency trustee registered me with the government of Canada to declare me insolvent, and we went with a consumer proposal. Then from the consumer proposal, once it was official, it got reported to my credit report. And as I was fulfilling my rights and responsibilities in the consumer proposal, I paid them $100 a month with, so the agreement was 6,000, settle for $6,000, $100 a month based on my income. So filing consumer proposal, filing a bankruptcy, they review your income, your assets, and your ability, if you have an ability to earn an income, or the likelihood you'll pay. Like, because when you agree and say yes and you sign on the documents to the consumer proposal, it's a maximum 60 months, 5 years is 60 months, that like as long as you make the payments on time and you stay in communication with the insolvency trustee, that your debts are settled legally, like there's no collection calls, there's no garnish of wages. There it includes tax debt, includes ODSP debt. Because I'm in Ontario, I know how that works really well. But even that, like me trying to share it with people what happened in that experience, they're fighting back with me with stuff that are not true, that they believe to be true, when I legally went through the process multiple times in my life to deal with my finances because of mental health issues at the time where I couldn't manage my finances, but then also the limitations of social assistance and following a path that was wrong information, where I needed relief and I needed a fresh start to go in a direction of building wealth, managing my finances, not being stressed about money, where I'm in the place of having this conversation. That would probably be another video because, and I think it's because like Canada is being so close to the US, and bankruptcy in the US is presented as a bad idea, when Canada's bankruptcy system, insolvency system, is completely different. 100% completely different. 100, like everything about that process is different, to the point where, because of me wanting to look at different career options, different career explorations, and I landed in the accounting and finance department. And also with the, I should clean up my finances first before I help somebody else. I I just dove into things I was told was not accessible to me, but it's not true. It's the level of, oh my, I'm really upset with certain people like blocking me from access to certain information, when there's no reason to block the information when it's something that's accessible to everybody, but people don't want you to move ahead by accessing something that's accessible and available to everybody. And this is one of them. Like how I almost all my lives, I'm either on the Government of Canada website, or I'm on the Ontario Disability website, showing you where is the information from the people who made the product or the system or the financial benefit program. Like the government people that said, we have this and we're making this available to Ontarians or Canadians, this is where it is. And I just got really fed up of like, I'm just not trusting other people when they say certain things as quickly as they used to, because I, I know where to question it, and I know where to get the answers to prove my, it's not suspicions, it's just I just question things a lot more than I did before. That's just the way it is. I don't just let people just tell me things. I have to fact check. I have to fact check what they're telling me so that I can move my life in the direction I need it to move it in the way that I know is done. Because the reason why we have the wealth gap, somebody is getting the information that are moving ahead. And somewhere down the translation, down the line, it becomes wrong information when at the top is the right information. So the people at the top, they're doing something where the people at the bottom are like, they're given the raw, like they either misinterpret the information, so they feed the misinterpretation of the information, then that misinformation gets fed into misinterpretation of the information, where then people at the bottom don't like the people at the top, because people of all the levels above them have been giving them misinformation, and they don't go and question the people at the top about what is the information. I, re- I really hope that made sense. I really hope that made sense. And no, I haven't gotten to the budget. I haven't gotten to my spreadsheets. Um, this is the introduction, pretty much, of what's been going on with everything. Just where I am in my financial journey. Like we've been doing the budgets and my emotions and thought process around my financial journey, and just breaking out of financial trauma and breaking out of financial cycles, where Monday I meet with my financial planner to review the performance of my portfolio. I'm now in a place where I get to review the performance of my portfolio, when before, I should check on this Tamagotchi, when before I was told wrong information. And now I'm not only like I'm getting the information you would get as the 1% person, um, I'm getting the information that is fact checked to be true, because I'm finding legal written information about what I'm asking about. So, and I'm implementing it. So there's also that. So like, even though I'm getting the information and I'm questioning the information, I am putting that information that I believe to be true because it's coming from the top of the pyramid. If we're talking about the wealth, is it wealth pyramid? I think it is. Hold on. Yeah, I'm getting it from the top of the wealth pyramid. So I'm trying not to be what I forgot what it was. Like 5% of the population is I forgot Robert Kiyosaki said. I forgot what it was. But yeah, so like I'm trying to get my information from the top of the pyramid of the wealth building cycle instead of at the bottom of the pyramid. Like it's just a whole, I'm trying to really move up my life and I want other people to know that double check the information that you're doing. Like it's just stuff like even like just everything in finance, question it with legal information because finance doesn't just happen because it's a government policy, it's a legal policy, then it becomes a global policy of financial principles, financial habits, why people are wealthy, why people are struggling, and more people need to question the bottom and middle so they can get to the top. That's the best way I describe it. Because if you only believe people that are on your level and you don't question that level to go to the next level, and then you don't question the middle level to get to the top level, you will probably always stay at the lower levels because you're not questioning why are you at the lower level. Like, I would really like to have $1 million net worth and beyond. Like we start with that we're at 50 out of 100,000, and then once we get to the 100,000, it's to get to a million because the whole 10x thing, 50,000, 100,000, then 100,000 to a million, and then from a million, we'll see where we'll go next. But I'm not staying at the bottom level. I'm not staying at social assistance, barely getting by, scared when I'm going to eat next. Do I have clean clothes? Like there's a lot, and it's a lot of things, a lot of habits and things that I'm changing to move in a direction where I have more because I want more and I can have more because I want more. Um, yeah, that. This identify the tax-free savings account to show who's eligible. Is this it? Opening, contribute, types, opening. Maybe it's in opening. How to open, self-directed. Who can open? Who can open? Okay, we found it. I think we found it. I think we found it. So any individual that is a resident of Canada who has a valid SIN number and who is 18 years of age or older is eligible to open the TFSA. Any individual that is a non-resident of Canada who has a valid SIN, SIN is the social insurance number. Americans call their social security number. It's basically a government number that identifies who you are and you say you are. Yeah, and who is 18 years of age or older is eligible to open a TFSA. TFSA is a tax-free savings account. It doesn't have to be um, money. Like the banks, because the banks want to make money, so they made it where you can just put regular money in and they won't invest it in the market as aggressively as it would if it's a whole thing. I'll make a video. It's fine. I'll just make a video because I know more information and I can't do all the information all in one video, like one long 2 hour video. I mean, some people, I'm really grateful for you watching all the wonderful videos and things like that. But um, I need to make shorter video, bite-sized videos so you can take the bite-sized information, process it, take some type of action to implement that information and improve your life 1% a day at a time. Because even that, any individual who's eligible to open a CVC, however, any contributions made while a non-resident will be subject to a 1% tax for each month the contribution stays in the account. For more information, see non-residents of Canada. Well, I'm a resident of Canada, but also a citizen of Canada. I think it's possible to be a citizen of Canada, but not a resident of Canada. But I'm a resident and a citizen of Canada. I have a valid SIN number. I am over the age of 18. I have opened my tax-free savings account and my one more thing. Where is it? Non-resident who make contributions. How to open contributions, withdrawals, types of investments. Okay. So tax-free savings accounts are a product created and regulated by the government of Canada, but for you to access and use it, you have to go to a financial institution. Financial institutions are not just the banks, like the big five banks in Canada, the TD, the Scotia, RBC, BMO, and CIBC. There are other financial institutions, like there are credit unions, there are investment broker account firms. There's a whole lot more than the big bank you see at every corner in your neighborhood. There's more. Just I need to make a video. Oh my gosh. There's more. So like inside of the tax-free savings account, it could be an investment account or it could just be an account that has cash in it. Um, Cash doesn't really keep up with inflation. So investments, like what they list here is cash, mutual funds, securities, on a designated stock exchange, guaranteed investment certificates, and bonds, certain shares of a small business corporation. So each one of these have different value in the economy that make more money in that account. Best way to describe it. Like GIC investments, those are like your bank will probably do a promotion on GICs that you would get like a certain percentage if you lock in your money for a period of time. They're okay for certain types of financial goals you have. So each one of these financial, um, I should really take the security investments course. Okay. Each one of them just have a different way of having your money be money. The best way like your money is wearing a different outfit. Like this is what it's so sometimes it's wearing cash, sometimes it's a mutual fund, sometimes it's securities listed on the stock exchange, sometimes it's wearing the guaranteed investment dress, or it's wearing the bonds shoes, or it's it's so true. But yeah, that part, like the government said we're like, where was it? Resident of Canada, have a valid SIN number, over the age of 18. It's not a whole lot to be eligible for wealth building products in Canada. So yeah, I think we're I don't know. I'm live, it's quiet and chat, but I'm hoping on the replay people are getting the idea that wealth building is available to you if you are a Canadian resident with a valid SIN number and over the age of 18. The other, like, like, I'll make videos of other stuff because I want people to know this stuff so they can use this stuff so they're not living paycheck to paycheck and they're not like buying stuff. You know, to buy everything, like, it just make sure, yeah, just balance and harmony in your financial and mental, yeah, as a whole, like a whole person. Just, yeah. Um, Wealth pyramid, tax-free savings account. Okay, so now I'm gonna get into my budget for June because the budgets are very quick. This is why I was talking about other financial products and building wealth and the journey of financial independence as a Canadian. Um, because I want more people to get, if you're Canadian, you need to know what Canada says. Not you're Canadian and I heard something and I think it's in Canada. No, Canada has things available for Canadians created by the government and partnered with the financial institutions, why we have the economy we have, and probably why we have the recession that we have, and why going to the grocery store is going to the grocery store is a global market. Just like actually no, buying anything really is global. Because I bought my product from Amazon, but I'm pretty sure it's made in Taiwan. And I paid for it in Canadian money. And if I bought it off American Amazon, I would pay a little bit more to have my Canadian dollar equal to the value of the American dollar. Yeah, like it's all right. I'm saving to go to college. Will go back into my finance program. I'm still encouraged to be an accountant, but I really like finance more than accounting, but we'll see how it goes. Because I want to be ridiculously wealthy. Like just like yeah, yeah, we're moving up a level. Actually, no, we're moving up two levels. Poverty, middle class, wealthy. Yeah, man, we're moving up two. Because I'm in poverty, I need to get to middle class, and then I need to get to wealthy. And then I want to stay at wealthy. This is what's happening. I want to stay. When I get to wealthy, I'm not going back. We're going up and up and up. Okay, penthouse in the sky. This is this is what we're doing. Okay, the budget, June. So here is every dollar. I follow a version of every dollar and I should get to grab that screenshot. The money guy, foo. Where is that? Money guy, FOO. And um, where is it? I need something that gives okay, good. Here we go. So we follow Dave Ramsey baby steps, and I added in certain directions of the Money Guy Fu financial order of operations. They have a course on their website. I'm probably not going to take it because I know they're heavily based in American terminology. So I've gathered enough Canadian financial literacy information with certain financial content creators that made it more easy to digest and more easy to follow when they're laid out in a step by step instructions. And this is why we have the channel. This is why I made interesting progress on my financial journey that I'm sharing with everybody because I want you to know it's possible if you like you're not a bad person if you want to become a multi millionaire, which I think now that's millionaire and then billionaire and then whatever's next. Um, yeah, if you want it, go get it. I support you in getting that if that's what you want. Because the whole trying to downsize people because they want to achieve something, stop. People need to stop doing that. I'm gonna like, no. Okay, so June, we plan my budget in a way that we know what my fixed income is. My fixed income is ODSP, my disability. Disability, I get 14.45 and 15 cents. And the reason I get that much money, it breaks down. Where did I put it? It breaks down like this. Which section? Here. Basic needs for me is $706. Then I get mandatory special necessities travel, $156. Then I get shelter, $522. Then I get special diet, $129. And then if I report my income and there's a net profit over $100, I will get back $100 from ODSP. It's what they call the work-related benefit. Then, because I made money in the past, and ODSP considers it to be an overpayment because they feel like they pay me too much in that period of time when I had other income and then ODSP and it overlapped, just the way that offices process their paperwork and if I have a caseworker actively assigned to my file, like right now there's no caseworker on my file. So I submit all my documents, hopefully before their deadline when like, because with my small business as a cam model and reporting my income and organizing my finances, um, just I like to make sure my work is not my work, my accounting, legal, financial documents are ready and present like because I'm doing it by myself, but I need to make sure that they're ready, they're accurate, they have receipts to go with every transaction before I submit it to ODSP so that when I eventually get a caseworker that looks at my file, everything gets approved pretty smoothly where I keep getting my monthly benefits and access to the social assistance program as a person with a disability in the province of Ontario. Okay, so that is how my ODSP fixed income works in my budget. Then there is tax credits and benefits from the federal government of Canada. So we have at federal government for Canada, right now we have Trudeau running the country. And then for Ontario, it's Doug Ford running the province. And we're waiting to see who's going to run the city that I'm in because there's a mayoral election. Oh, I said it right. Okay, good. There's an election, so the federal government gives me tax credits based on filing my income taxes, being someone that is paying rent, and they calculate it into like the tax forms are calculated in a certain way where they spit out a number and they put that money in my account. I mean, I have a basic understanding of accounting. I have a basic understanding of my Canadian tax system, but I like the financial side more than the accounting side. Like, and I'd much rather make my money, pay somebody in the accounting tax department to do my taxes, and I'd be on my way. Like, and I know, like, so yesterday, the first, yeah, on the first, I filed my taxes for self-employment because the deadline to file your taxes for self-employment is June 15th. And then if you owe money to the government, that should be paid back by April 30th. Um, yeah, it's a Canadian tax thing. It's usually just go to Canadian TurboTax blog to get those details because I know them. I'm not a tax person. I'm just trying to manage my personal finance in a way that makes sense, that I can achieve the quality of life I want to live in the way I want to live it because I'm a full responsible adult of my own choices and accepting of my consequences. So 6217 is coming in June 10th, I believe, for the tax credit. Then, so my self-employment net income line, um, I automatically put them in my budget as $5,000. So $5,000 from net income source one and $5,000 from net income source two as a financial target, sales target, a sales quota for myself that I would like to hit in the month that I begin with in my budget. And then as my income comes in, I do my bookkeeping, accounting, in the business, because I have business and personal, but I like to keep my business off of the channel and I only talk about the personal on the channel. That will be where I know how much money came in from my business. Then we have other income. So already other income is pretty interesting. So other income is gifts from mom and dad, people buying me coffee on the Ko-Fi coffee page, which is fantastic. I love that people are doing it. It shows you're supporting the channel. It shows that you believe in me to reach my financial destination, to escape poverty, so that I can build financial peace and independence. I really appreciate everybody that does that. I don't know how else to say thank you on that. I will keep creating content. I will keep being as honest and transparent as I can about my financial journey. But also remember, this is my financial journey. I make these videos to remind myself of to focus on what I want because it is achievable. It is given to me by the Holy Spirit as something that I have the power and capability of achieving, and that is what I'll be doing. So yeah, so that's how my budget works. So it looks like I'm planning for the month $11,522.32. That is not, if we go back to May, what came in for May? What came in for May was 1,300. Wait, no, I missed something. Hold on. 14 came in May 31st. Okay, so what came in, is that all of it? Yeah, that's all of it. What came in for May was $2,756.79. Well, I mean, the self-employed, like we can see the self-employment section of the May line, I didn't work. And here, like, so ODSP, the D in ODSP is disability. So I vividly have an active disability that um just it just makes things more challenging and fruitful and challenging and to navigate. So yes, I have really big financial goals, but I also have to remember some of my big financial goals are are expensive, and I don't have all the money in the world to fund all of those things that I need at this very moment. I'm trying to take power of changing my current circumstances so my future circumstances are a whole lot better than my current circumstances. So that is how things work out that way, where I know I have goals, I plan them out, they are realistic, they're achievable. I need to set deadlines on some of them so that we know when I've reached the financial destination, and if I haven't reached the financial destination or the goal at that um, deadline date, that I can either adjust something in the plan or I need to reach out to my supportive team of people that I believe to give me true information so that I can reach my financial goals. That is what we have. I don't know how to describe it of what I'm doing. Like it's like yeah. So okay, June. So far for June, $15 came in because I remember the thing in Dave Ramsey, he says sell so much stuff they think that the children are next. So I have a bunch of dresses in my closet that no longer fit me. My body is not going to fit into that tiny size again. So I gave all my 7 dresses a brand new home. And out of doing that, one of them was in exchange for $15 because I wasn't sure if they would sell. It was a whole thing. And I sold one and I donated 6. I accomplished of clearing clearing the so like there's a thing in Under Earners Anonymous about getting rid of um unused or unwanted or damaged items, and me having dresses that I'm physically not going to fit to wear, getting rid of them brings in energy so that something new can enter in my space. So that's what June is. June we were planning that kind of money, and then my housing costs are pretty low and they're a fixed item in my budget. They don't change too much at all. Um, like my rent is $937.76. Then my tenant insurance is $18.58. Then the electric bill is $86 a month that they get sent, and the hydro company will determine how much electricity I'm using in my apartment unit, and internet, and I have a TV app. Should Netflix be on there? Do I put Netflix in my budget when I track? Oh no. So, so I have a TV app. internet, TV. I have the TV app from the internet provider, the Five TV, they call it from Bell. Um, then I also have Netflix. Then I also have Amazon Prime with Amazon Video. But I need to put Netflix in the budget because it's not a business expense. So things like that in the budget, like my brain has to operate with personal household budgeting and then business income and expenses. And I have to make very um, consciously pay attention to the expenses in the business are for the business with the intention of making a profit. And then anything that's on the personal is within reasoning of enjoyment of quality life, but also making sure my basic needs are met at the same time. Lifestyle, even this, I minimize a lot of the categories in my budget to keep them simple. So I have groceries, laundry, household, clothes, hygiene products, grooming, beauty treatments, health supplements, and fitness, then restaurants, entertainment, then miscellaneous. And just with that, so we planned groceries for the month, $500. Then we planned laundry, household items, $100. Because I have to pay for laundry to get my laundry done. There's no laundry unit in there's no laundry machines in my unit for the flat that I have, the apartment flat that I have. Um, so clothes $300, which is actually coming in handy. So like May, where's May? May, we bought clothes. Like we spent a good amount, like we actually accomplish staying in budget to buy clothes. I should put that these are clothes, but it's okay. Um, yeah, I bought bras at the beginning of the month, and then I bought shirts at the end of the month. I bought four shirts, two tank tops, and then two men's shirts from IKEA, from not IKEA, from Old Navy. And they're super comfortable, and I feel good in them, and they're nice. And I'm not like now that we have so many people that are non-binary gender fluid, um, I like that I can wear whatever I want. I don't have to be boxed into because I identify as female, I have to wear clothes that are for female. I'm wearing whatever fits and I'm comfortable in. And it's clean and it's my money buying the item. Like that. Okay, so that's what we have there. Then transportation is public transit for me. So I load money on a transportation card and it gets me around the city where I need to go. I'm also learning that I'm going to have to add Uber in my transportation just for just I went out last night. I came home in an Uber. Luckily, someone just put me in an Uber and I came home and I'm safe. But I'm gonna have to expand my transportation to include Uber in the transportation just in case I want to go out, like, and do stuff or go to a family function and come home on my own terms. So June is going to be interesting of me. I should put in a category in the budget for transportation and then add ride share. I think that's what we're going to call it. I may change this line item. I don't know what's going to be, but I really think I need to add that in the budget just because it's also July. So July I have my consultation with a plastic surgeon, and also in July I have to go to an MRI appointment. MRIs can be scheduled at 24 hours in the day, so because it's ordered by the neurologist, and I need to make sure that I'm able to get to that appointment safely and come back. And I think I need to do a ride share or a taxi. And I'm thinking, so one of the taxi services in my city, you can buy prepaid rides. Same thing with Uber. You can load up the Uber. I learned that. I looked at the app the other day. You can load up in the Uber app a prepaid amount for travel. So some travel is already paid for and I don't have to worry about it in the budget. I think I'm gonna end up doing that because it'll just make my life easier. Like I don't have a vehicle. I don't have my driver's license. I would like to get those things, but I'm getting my driver's license. and owning a car is kind of expensive. Um, it's just a whole thing now where like either you are the driver or you're being driven by somebody who wants to be a driver, which I like that we've expanded that way where people who have the car and want the car are driving other people who need to get somewhere. So the people that don't have a car or don't have their driver's license don't have to feel stuck that they can't get to where they want to go. So I've accepted Uber, rideshare, taxi cabs are going to be part of my lifestyle in the budget, which it's funny. Like they were in the budget when I was actively working in the industry for clubs and agencies and things like that, where I took a cab almost all the time I had to go somewhere. And then of the financial trauma, the money mindset of being on social assistance, I cut back so much that I suffocated um my quality of life. We're not doing that no more. We're going to do small things to improve my quality of life so that I can actually feel I have something hopeful to look for when waking up in the morning. Like I'm not going to um drive myself to financial deprivation so that I can be feel I don't have it and feel like I can't have it because I feel like something's stopping me from having it. It just makes me more depressed. And I'm not trying to like when depression kicks in for me and it gets really, really um semi-permanent, it's a dark place. I don't want to go there. I work too hard making sure that I have access to my doctors and I get treatment. I go to programs and I follow the treatment plan. And the way like they're encouraging me to go live my life, but I'm also feeling like, oh, I can't do it because no, I'm not doing that no more. No, I'm not letting assistants hold me back. I'm not letting other people's opinions hold me back. We're going to achieve what I want because I'm living my life. I want to live it to the fullest and spark joy in what I'm doing. Like if I'm waking up in the morning, I want to be happy and joyful that I'm doing the things to wake up in the morning. Yeah, yeah. Okay, savings. So savings now, I've learned that I need to pay for my own private health insurance premium plan. I got some quotes. I think I mentioned it last month. I found some quotes for medical, dental, vision, and that would supplement the Ontario Disability Benefits program that they have for health, dental, and vision. Is very limited. Like ODSP's program covers maybe 40 to 60% depending on what needs to get done. And then there's just a category of items in the health benefit plan from Ontario Disability Support Program that they're not going to pay for. Like, or like they like my eye drops. I need to talk to my doctor when I have the appointment about the eye drops. She prescribed me the eye drops, but the eye drops, according to the pharmacist, is $200. So now I'm gonna have to ask my doctor to do a little bit more research to see if there's an eye drop that is covered by the insurance plan or if she can recommend um a pretty decent brand that's over the counter so that I can buy so that when I need the eye drops for my dry eyes, I have something that I can use and not feel financially burdened by. Yeah, so small things to improve my quality of life. One of those things is health insurance. Then the next thing is building my emergency fund. So I end up draining my emergency fund in the month of May, and it's because of in the time in the month of May, the beginning of May, I was under the impression, or mid-May, a week into May, I got contacted by the production company that I'm in a documentary for, and I was pitched the idea to be in the documentary. End of the month, showed up. I was doing all the things to get ready to be in the documentary, putting content together, and um, what clothes am I going to wear, do I need to buy makeup so I look good on camera? And then I'm not moving forward with them because they changed the direction of the documentary, which I'm disappointed about, but it just had me realize that in my budget, in my finances, in the way I manage my finances, I need I need more money in savings in the business to handle business opportunities that I don't have. And if you're following Dave Ramsey, um, he rarely talks about self-employment. He rarely talks about people that are independent contractors, and he rarely talks about people that are um, not employees. Like there's a whole different mindset of being an employee where your job opportunity is within the company that hired you and is giving you a T4A? No, T4A is independent contractor, Canadians. T4, T4 is employee, right? So T4 is employee. That environment is completely different. The structures of advancement, opportunities, you getting noticed in the company, completely different if you're self-employed. Self-employed, I'm constantly doing my marketing, my connections, networking, pitching opportunities. Like yesterday, I pitched for an organization so I can give them more financial literacy, financial education. And then this documentary that I met 10 years ago. So I met them 10 years ago, and then we're in contact still. I mean, I'm disappointed I'm not in the documentary, but I'm also like, if they're ready to ask me again, I know that I can present me as a brand, as a company, a lot better when people want to offer me opportunity. And it's a whole thing as a business owner, as the face of your business, as a um, Chris Ducker calls it the youpreneur, where you are the product and the service of the company and the brand of the company that you just need to be ready for certain opportunities. And to be ready for certain opportunities, the business needs its own savings account or opportunities. It's just what it is. Because I'm trying not to go into debt for every little item that I have. So by doing that, my cash needs to be available in multiple places. And to do that, I cannot be pulled back or held back from social assistance. Yeah. So, and I've been told because I'm self-employed on social assistance, I'm the 1% of people case files of on Ontario Disability Support Program that do that. There's 500,000 case files of Ontario Disability, and the way that I envision my life to be and envision my life to be as I use all the tools from rehab, therapy, and support programs, I'm trying to implement all those things so I can improve my quality of life. This took this took my whole life to get here. And I really I want to use all the things that I know to do to make my life better. And if I can make my life better and tell people you can make your life better if you know what that is, and if you have the right people around you, then yeah. So my savings was still the emergency fund, but I also need something for the business, which, right, business. Is it here? Yes, we did. Oh, so it's in the spreadsheet. Okay, good. So in the spreadsheet, I need my business operating expenses account. I need my taxes legal account, that, and then I need my what I call a curveball account, where Dave Ramsey calls a hill and valley account. So while depending on if I'm focusing on paying off debt or if I'm um focusing on paying off debt and focusing on, it's the wrong color. If I'm focusing on paying off debt or focusing on savings, and then if it's focusing on savings for the business or focusing on savings for the household, um, not household, focus on business and personal. my budget needs to reflect that of what things am I working on to grow my business? Because the actually this should be a category in the business. It should, oh no, it is. This is okay. So I make revenue, then we put money away for taxes, then we put money away for so the business gets taken care of, and then the household gets a percentage. So like the profit first system, the Mike Michalowicz book I keep talking about, I'm trying to implement some of that into my budgets so that everybody gets their attention and they feel like I love everybody equally in my budget. So yeah, like I even set up a certain account for the profit first account. Like profit first account is you giving you a bonus in your income as the owner of the business once a quarter. Set that up. I probably should, like, I didn't finish reading the book. I probably should, but I didn't finish reading the book. And then curveball, business retained earnings. So business retained earnings is like an emergency, like it's basically the business has, right. So some of my accounts are business slash personal because I forgot why. I just didn't want to have too many accounts. That's why. I didn't want to have a bazillion accounts to manage. Budget notes. Yeah, I had plenty. Like there was three at the big banks and then two at online banks. And then so you can open a lot of accounts at particular financial institutions. And I needed business and personal equally, but I also needed to make sure that I knew what they were for and why I was opening them. So like, and I how each line item, each dollar has a job in my budget. Each bank account had to have an assignment. So I knew why I opened that a bank account, but I also knew why I was putting money in that bank account, which I think is a philosophy out of YNAB, where I forgot what their fourth it just I've developed a lot of philosophies in my budget where they make sense for me. They probably look crazy and unorganized for you, but I just organize them in a way that they just make sense. Where I have business has like responsibilities and attention and accounts. Then personal had its own, and you can't mix business and personal, even though some of my accounts are. Like yeah, certain savings accounts are because I'm the business, I'm funding it, and then I'm making sure that I have enough accounts that I can manage. So I'm not forgetting something or I'm not forgetting what the passwords are. Like it's a whole like organizing the finances is not just the one checking account and the one savings account, is what I'm trying to say. To sum it up, because I went off in a rant, I forgot why. Um, savings. So yeah, so savings. So cosmetic surgery has its own savings account. I need to put more money. I need to put more money in there a little bit aggressively so I can get my surgery in a good window of when I can get the surgery done, which is why we're doing the consultation with the plastic surgeon. Um, that's in July, but I need to make sure that I'm ready to attend that appointment. So, and I might record I might do a vlog of me getting there and coming back. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how the month of June goes, if that's going to happen, or I'm just going to tell you I went to the appointment and then tell you that um what part of the budget I'm saving for which surgery, and hopefully we have a deadline of when I'm getting my surgery, so we know there's a deadline of when I'm getting the money into that account. Like everything needs measurable, specific, timely, like realistic, all those things. And then savings for college. So clearly I've developed a passion and interest for personal finance. and me developing the interest in personal finance, um, as a second career, as I don't always want to be a cam model. I want to be able to make money in anything that I choose because I'm designing my life in the way I want to. College came up again, but on my own terms, on my own actions and interest of I'd like to go to college. I know what program, I know how much it costs. I also know if I pay for college in cash without borrowing money from student loans, that I have more access to resources and freedoms as a student who doesn't have debt going to school. And that's straight out of Dave Ramsey of debt-free degree and all that. Um, I'm probably not going to hunt down scholarships. This is exhausting. I'd rather put my effort into my work and then put my money into savings and then use the savings to pay for college. And it just makes my life like a lot easier that way. That's how that works. Then we have business travel and vacations. Yeah, I want to travel. Not like every month or something, but like twice a year. And then any business like so there's personal vacation time, then there's business travel of traveling to a location with the intention of using that time on the travel for business to come back and make more money in my business. That. So I'm just going to set up basically, so like how like I remember being an employee at a company and they told me I get 4% of my paycheck towards paid vacation. So I'm thinking that rule they have in that company, I don't know if it's all over or just that company, but I'm thinking to put 5% of my income into my business travel vacation fund. Just it just makes sense. And the next one on my list is condo savings and 20% down payment. I determined with me buying a house, the only way to actually buy a house, you have to make sure you're putting money towards the down payment. If you don't put money towards the down payment, chances are you're probably going to be renting a really long time. Now, buying a house and information about buying a house, and then meeting people that did buy a house, but they wouldn't share how they bought a house, I'm not doing that. There's a line item in my budget to save for the down payment. 20% down is better. I could get in at 5%. I actually found a place I can get in at 2.5%. Um, we're just going to have the account call down payment housing fund. And when it reaches a certain number, then I will talk to the mortgage broker, I will talk to the real estate agent, and we will figure out if my income, assets, down payment can position me to be a homeowner in my future. And the reason why there's two accounts for buying a house. One of them is to cover moving costs, new furniture in the new house, legal fees, the home inspection, movers. So I want to make sure that everything related to buying a house and moving into apartment renter tenant to homeowner, fully responsible for everything in the home is there. So I'm not overwhelmed and I'm not like Dave Ramsey says it, strapped for cash and going house broke and making a house a curse instead of a blessing. Those are the things we're doing. And then the last item on my savings is small purchases and giving. I realize I'm gonna have to put it in the budget. It's just the way it works. There's certain items, big purchases is the cosmetic surgery. The small purchases is probably gonna be furniture for this apartment. It just makes sense. And then last thing is my investing and then my debt repayment. So investing, there's 4 registered investment accounts that I have. So remember earlier in the live, I was talking about the tax-free savings account. It's I'm as a Canadian resident who has a valid SIN number and I'm over the age of 18. I qualify So the disability savings plan is a different one. But the other three, I qualified to open these accounts at a financial institution and use them to plan my retirement planning, my investment planning, and also essentially be an investor in the economy because a lot of the accounts that I have opened, there are one of the financial products, it's mutual funds and securities that are on the stock exchange market. Um, like my investments, the way my investments are, there's not a lot of cash in the registered investment types. All my registered investment accounts, they're all um, invested in the economy. So they're invested in mutual funds, securities, bonds. I'll find out on Monday in my appointment with my financial planner what else is in my accounts. But I know my investment accounts don't have cash in it a lot because I've cash in the savings accounts. So so like all of my saving goals for small purchases, down payment, condo savings, business travel, college, my cosmetic surgery, the emergency fund, medical and dental, they are all in online high interest savings accounts that give me anywhere from 0.5% almost up to 4%, because one of them gives me 3.75% right now, which is the 20% down payment account. And 0.5% is, oh, that's the business one. Okay. So yeah, every account has, if it's an account for cash, it's for a short-term goal under 5 years. And then anything that's above 5 years for me is a registered investment account that's registered with financial products that are actively actively in the stock market and moving in the economy that should grow with the return of an investment based on my risk tolerance and the skills and ability with my financial planner to make sure that I reach my financial destination. So everything here is about reaching my financial destination. Um, it's just how I organize things, it's how I move through things, it's just how things are. And then debt. So debt, we have a new one on my debt list. I owe the Canadian government $636. We're working on paying that back first, and then we go back to the small balance credit card and then the bigger balance credit card. So that will just happen as we move through the month, as we move through the budget. But is that it? Yeah, I think we'll make that it because I talked for a while. I said a lot. I mean, an hour and 18 minutes is pretty much how I would talk in therapy. Yeah, so I even added, so my spreadsheet that I need to make available in my Ko-Fi Shore, I added the tax owing line item in my debt category, and I moved that has to be moved to the top according to Dave Ramsey and probably Money Guy Fu as well. Just because owing government, like, but not my ODSP. So I have federal government of Canada tax debt, the $636. Like I discovered it's growing interest of 1% per month right now. I need to get that paid and zero balance and nothing owing to the Canadian government. Then I also have ODSP overpayment. So the ODSP overpayment, they take out of my benefit income amount $67.85. And according to my debt payoff calculator, it'll get paid off in 5 years. Um, I'm not worried about that amount of debt that I owe because it's just the way that the social assistance program is set up. Like when you read the Ontario Disability Support Program section of recovery of overpayments, wait, is that in the spreadsheet? Yeah, recovery of overpayments, section 11.1 at the Ontario Disability Support Program website. If you read it and you go through it, you understand why like I'm not aggressively paying for it because I have other financial priorities ahead of my ODSP overpayment. where they're getting their money, and as long as I improve my financial life, they will get their money. Like they're not they like they know where to find me. They'll get their money. I'm not worried about it. Is that it? We did. But then there's like, yeah, I'm not going to the other two spreadsheets. I talked a lot. I gave you a lot of information. We planned the budgets successfully in one go. The last time I tried to do my live and do my budgets, we had people in chat and we had a discussion about life and other things and working in the cam model business where I didn't get to go through my budget the way I did now, and we did. I'm very happy about that. Um, no, that's it. Okay, good. All right. So, yeah, so this is it. Like, I'm on a journey to financial independence. It's clearly laid out month to month in the budget. And then with my where is that? So we budget, save, invest, spend, and give. Those are what I do with my money. Though like and I have to like sometimes depending what the month is for me, one of those actually is always budget. You know what? I should change that. Always budget. Always budget, save. It's over here. Um, like I have this. Wait, can you see it? Oh, not really. So this up here, this section right here where it says get rich slow, always budget, save and invest, spend and give. Um, um, that's just this is how I remind myself um what we're doing. This is how I remind myself what I'm doing. There's not a whole lot what to do with your money. Like it's not it's it it I'm 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 frustrated. So many people told me non-accurate information. Like everything is here on my budget spreadsheet. This is how oh I added the Ramit Sethi's money rules because I found a copy of it online. So I added those so I can make my own money rules. Then here there screenshots from Gail Voss-Loxley. This is from a Netflix show with Budgetnista. Budgetnista's Netflix show was here. And the Afford Anything podcast, they were in it. So this screenshots from that. That's Dave Ramsey, so I know how to manage my business retained earnings. This is why the business and personal have so many accounts. Wait, oh no, don't move, go back. Then reminder of where I started. So I started with the Dave Ramsey baby steps and I added the financial order of operations from Money Guy Fu. And at my core, because I'm a Canadian citizen, Canadian resident, I have to make sure that I follow Canadian, um, I follow the financial principles, but I make sure it's accessible in the Canadian financial and credit system. So that is what it is. 'Cause I'm Canadian. I'm not, it's very different for being in Canada, working self-employed as a CAM model, and navigating the financial system, the industry of the webcam business, and then putting it together so that I can enjoy my life. Yeah. Um, that is just that is how we this is how we are. This is what I do. The day in the life of the CAM model, this is it. It's I always refer back to my budget and my spending habits and my financial planning because it's the reason I'm working is to achieve the things in the financial plan of the budget and then my tax planning and then my investment planning and then my estate planning. And this is why I'm going to college so I can get the finance diploma in financial planning so that I can teach you how to make your own financial plan so you can bring it to the appropriate people that will help you achieve the financial plan as quick as possible that you want. I'm going to end it there. It's been wonderful. I can talk about this for a very long time. I learned that yesterday when I was a little bit drunk. Even so, me yesterday, I went out, I had a few drinks, and somehow I still talk about personal finance. I talked a lot about personal finance. It was free. It was, I don't even know. I don't even know. Like, so clearly it's embedded in my subconscious if you can talk about it if you're intoxicated. Um, yeah, like I'm t like, I want to be wealthy. I want cam girls to be wealthy. I want disabled people to take charge of their financial life and build wealth. I can't be the only one doing it. Somebody out there must be doing it. Yeah. I'll see you. Bye.